Hello. Today I'd like to tell you a story. It is a personal story and it comes with a warning I hope you will heed. It was an ordinary Friday just like any other, and I was in the grocery store picking up a frozen pizza to have for dinner and some other items. And I'm going through the self-checkout and it comes time to pay and my debit card won't go through. I start to become concerned. A worker comes over to help me put it through their console. It won't go through. Now I'm starting to get more panicky because I know I have just been paid through direct deposit and there's money in the account and I don't understand what's going on. I leave the groceries and rush home. I start calling my bank's customer service and logging on to my account online, and as the information's coming up onto the screen, I notice something's terribly wrong. My account had been wiped out to the tune of $900 worth of online purchases I had not authorized. Now, I've heard of online theft and identity theft, but it's never hit so close to home, and I really didn't think it would happen to me. I'm sure many of you are thinking the same thing right now. But I'm here to tell you that online thieves are closer to your banking, credit card, and personal information than you might think. I mean, how many of us do our banking online, make online purchases through retail stores or eBay or Amazon.com, even make charity donations online? And some people are wary of these kinds of transactions, and I always used to say, oh, come on, get with the 21st century. But now I'm starting to understand where they're coming from after I've been victimized. But let's face it, online transactions, whether banking or other, aren't going anywhere. They offer us a luxury of time in our increasingly busy lives that many of us like. Therefore, it's important that we learn how to combat this growing security risk. So how do we do that, and what is the scope of this? Well, let's look at some of the facts. $50 billion a year is extracted from accounts and credit cards online annually. $50 billion annually in identity theft. Now that's a lot. Now, Consumer Reports are saying that banks all around the world are saying this is the #1 problem that they're dealing with right now. Cyber thieves favor debit cards over credit cards because the money comes immediately from the account. There's no waiting period for transactions to go through. How do they steal information? How does that happen? Well, they have password stealing software that comes to your computer, sometimes in emails, and it's disguised in an attachment. Maybe it's a photo or a file offering something free that if you accidentally download, it may infiltrate your computer with a virus, or it may steal some information and send that back to the thief, which they then have and can use. Other methods include installing card readers on ATMs or at gas station pumps that take your information right from the card as you're using it. So what do we do? Well, #1, always stay on top of your accounts. Check them daily or every other day, and if there's any discrepancies, report them immediately so the banks can start working on it. Never type your PIN number in when you're at the gas pump because that's a notoriously hot spot for stealing PINs and card numbers. Always stick with the ATMs located at banks. If you're using one off the street or in a restaurant or somewhere like that, it may be installed with those card readers that lift your information right off of there and send it. It's recommended that when you do buy online, always use a credit card. Never your debit card linked to your checking account, because that money is yours. And when that thief takes it, it's gone, out of your account. With credit cards, that's money. You can always withhold payment if there's any discrepancies. And if you receive any suspicious emails, delete them. Don't open them and risk that that contains a virus or a password stealer that's going to send the information off. It's terrible when this happens. It happened to me. I'm hearing more and more stories about it. Let's look at this one story of a small business owner responsible for it himself, Mr. Green. Mr. Green, he went to pay his account. He used his wife's PC instead of his typical laptop, which is an Apple. Most of these programs are written for Windows and PCs, but not exclusively. But he ended up making a fatal transaction one day, which opened up access to a cyber thief. Now his firm, a party supplies firm based in Oklahoma City, is wrangling with the bank over who should pay for the loss. A loss of over $98,000 stolen from his business account. You don't want to be Mr. Green. So, no one would wish this situation on themselves or anyone they care about. No matter how safe and secure a site says they are, no matter how secure antivirus programs seem to be, you must take precautionary measures and don't take their word for it. Be aware of the ATMs you are using. Never offer any information, whether online or on the streets, to anyone that might be able to use that information in a way you don't want them to. Do not pay for anything with your debit card online, and above all else, stay current with your account. Report anything that is off immediately. The tools of these savvy cyber thieves are the wheels are always turning. They're always trying to get ahead of the banks, ahead of the programs that are deterring them. And they're usually ahead by at least a few days. And then the security measures catch up. But by then it's too late. So heed this cautionary tale. Follow these instructions. And you'll never be stranded in the grocery store with no money to pay for your dinner because some cyber thief stole all your money while you weren't looking. Thank you.